He did. Tell him to go. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There it is to Nixon. Nixon gets it stolen. Nixon with the first goal of the season. As that's actually Simbro who takes a shot blocked, and Bruning will make the save. 16:22 remaining. Derek Steele, Anthony Schulte, glad you could be here with us for the first game of the 23-24 season. Anthony, though, looking at this Central Michigan team, 2-8 in their last 10 games to end the 22-23 campaign.
And it was very disappointing end to a very good start to a season. And one thing they struggled with last year was scoring first and scoring early in the first period. They did exactly that with Gabriella Nixon's goal earlier in the period. A good start for Central Michigan.
Wildcats are able to break out. So puck goes right back into their zone. There's Hubert, not able to control it. Oh, good play there by Mariah Wilson, the senior for Central Michigan. This team did not graduate any players from last year to this season. Did, however, lose 2 players, that being Emily Castilny and Tegan Perry. Gained 9 new players, some of which Chloe Darche, Tate Hutchinson, Andy Blankenstein, among others. But Anthony, looking at this team, we saw them in practice earlier this week. This is a fast group this season.
And something, an advantage you want in hockey is, of course, speed, being able to get on a potential breakaway or heavy numbers.
Speaking of speed, there's Williams. Williams will dance and weave. Tries to leave it for Barnett. Barnett with a shot saved by Bruning. There's Hubert. Hubert to Williams. Williams with a shot. Oh, how did that miss the net? Just wide from Kaylin Williams with her first bid for the season. As the puck will go up and into the Wildcats bench. 15:07 first period.
The Chippewas very aggressive to start out this game. Start off deep back into their own zone, but getting into the opponent's zone and getting a lot of shots on goal. A lot of good opportunities so far.
Hubert will dig in for the faceoff. She faces off against Wegleitner, captain for this Wildcats team, Paris Wegleitner. There is Walton. Walton pinned against the boards. Here comes Delray and Hubert amongst others, as though they hit the deck. Puck finds its way out to Wegleitner. Stolen by Palmer at the blue line, as she will dump it in. And Northern Michigan will touch up Delray into the corner. She's pinned to the boards. Here comes Hubert to come help out. Lindsay Walton amongst others for the Wildcats as the puck goes free. And Whitish will come along to collect. She's not able to get it, though. There's Cooper. Lauren Cooper, forward, wearing number 52 this season. There's Wegleitner. Blocked at the blue line by Zoe Soddy. Had a chance to talk to Soddy leading into this season. just talked about being more confident with the puck, trying to find more opportunities around the net and be able to capitalize on those opportunities as Palmer goes into the corner, gets it out. Here's Nixon. Nixon with the 1 goal so far here tonight, just a little bit strong for Saudi, as they will go right back into the corner. There's Nixon in front of the net trying to find a Chippewa as there's a shot and saved by Bruning.
A couple good saves we've seen from Bruning so far. Of course, she gave up that 1 goal earlier in the period, but again, Central Michigan on the offensive so far here tonight. It's good to see, especially in the first period.
Nixon, Wegleitner digs in for the draw. One by Nixon out to the blue line for Barnett. Barnett whiffs on the shot, and Wegleitner will clear. Icing is waved off. Whitus will go catch up to it. Saudi dances. There it is to Delray. Oh, watch out. That was actually Chloe Darche, 23 for the Central Michigan team. There's Hutchinson. Hutchinson keeps it into the zone, trying to find Bergen. Bergen, as we mentioned, 7 new players for the Central Michigan team, as there it is right back to Bergen. She goes down. No penalty upcoming. And the Wildcats will collect. Bergen on the right point, loses it. Puck dumped in the zone, icing waved off. There's Gabby Lepore. Collected, though, by Kierzerich. Oh, good move there by the Wildcats, trying to get in front of the net as Abraham is able to get her stick in there. Bergen trying to clear, and finally that was cleared there by the Chippewas.
Couple scares there for the Chippewas, but a good save nonetheless by Abraham.
12:15 first period, as the puck goes right to Grace Liatino as she goes down. No penalty upcoming. There's Haney. Haney somehow gets it to Simbro. So delayed offside, so the Chippewas will touch up. Palmer tries to find Liatino. A little bit of miscommunication. And it goes into the corner. That's where Abraham will save it with her stick. Liatino trying to exit. She's able to. There goes Liatino down the right side. Liatino trying to center and saved by Bruning.
Opportunity right there for the Chippewas, halted by Bruning. But again, you see the Chippewas coming down into the Northern Michigan zone and really being able to attack their goalie and get some shots on goal.
We'll have shots for you at the intermission break. Got to imagine Central Michigan at this point controlling the shots. They've been, Anthony, doing a very good job of controlling puck possession. As I say that, Whitus isn't able to catch up to the puck. Somehow it gets to Delray in the slot. Delray trying to find a teammate. She gets it out to the blue line for Barnett. Barnett keeps it in. Tries to find Delray. Hops over her stick. Hubert goes down. There it is for Walton. Lindsay Walton will try and break out. She's able to. There it is to Cooper. Cooper with the shot just wide. Cooper trying to get it back as there's a fight in front of the net. Puck whiffs free. Delray will wrap around for Williams. Good play there by Kylie Delray to find Williams. Williams spins and goes down. Peedle will find Walton. Walton enters the zone, left point. As there's a shot in front of traffic, no good. That was intended for a Wildcat. As here goes. It's in front of the net. Oh! Golden opportunity for Gabby Nixon to get her second of the night. Wasn't able to stuff it home. There's Hutchinson at neutral ice. Hutchinson will find Darche. Darche will not get in. That was actually Biankowski, excuse me. There's Saudi behind the net. Here comes Darche. Darche trying to find an opportunity. She's not able to. Hutchinson from the blue line, shot blocked in front of traffic as Darche knocks the player down. Puck somehow stays in the Wildcat zone. There's a shot saved, rebound brought in by Central Michigan. Lepore up to Bergen. Bergen one-on-one. Zoe Bergen, no one home, and saved by Bruning.
That's a very impressive offensive performance here so far tonight for CMU. We brought it up earlier how they're really controlling the possessions here and being able to keep it down in the opponent's zone for a majority of the time here so far in this game. Very impressive, especially after their slow starts last season, especially towards the end of the season.
Face-off won by the Wildcats. Central Michigan keeps it in the zone. There it is to Leotino. Leotino trying to find Simbro. Those two aren't able to connect. Haney whiffs. And chasing down the puck was Kierzek. Into the corner. Board battle won by Central Michigan. And Anthony, that's something we've seen CMU been able to do, as there's a nice save. Blowing out was Lauren Abraham. But that's something, Anthony, we've seen Central Michigan be able to do a lot so far tonight, is be able to win those board battles.
And it's very important, too, because that's getting the puck in your own possession, being able to maybe clear it out and get it out of your own zone so you can be more comfortable on the ice and get, again, more offensive opportunities.
8:48 first period. 1-0 CMU lead thanks to a Gabby Nixon goal early in the first period.
Beautiful goal at that.
Whitus will circle Abraham. Touched up by Hubert. Shot right to Barnett. Barnett will try and find Williams. Oh, good play there by Williams. Not able to complete it, though, as the puck will go right to Whitus. Whitus will dump in and chase. There goes Caitlin Williams. Foot race was won by Peedle. Williams. Into the corner. Hubert. Another board battle, Anthony. As the puck goes out to Barnett. Barnett with the shot. Blocks in front of traffic. Williams will chase to the near end half boards, as Hubert will grab in the corner. Gets it out to the blue line for Whitus. Whitus will line up a shot in traffic, as that is once again blocked by the Wildcats. There's Delray trying to find her shot, and she's able to knock it in. Delray, the brand newly named alternate captain this year for Central Michigan, with Emily Castilny deciding to leave the team.
More on Delray. Last season in 21 games, she had 22 goals, 14 assists, equating to 36 total points on Kylie Delray. What an impressive player last year as a freshman coming into her sophomore year with even more growth and talent in her hands.
Hutchinson finds, that was Biankowski.
Even more on Delray. She led the team in game-winning goals last season with 6. She was second in the ACHA with that. And she was 13th in the ACHA in points. And she led CMU, and as you mentioned, an alternate captain this season.
Another board battle won by the Chippewas, as there's Lepore. Kept in the zone by the Wildcats. Barnett will go and collect. That was actually Hutchinson. 6:32 first period. Derek Steele, Anthony Schulte, as watch out Saudi with the interception. Saudi and the Chippewas have numbers. Here's a 2-on-1. Oh, good play though by the Wildcats to get back, as Saudi goes down. Once again, no call. As Chippewas will go into the corner and finally touch up the puck. They're gonna get Saudi for a trip?
Wow.
So Zoe Saudi, the first to go to the penalty box on the season. As, let's see. Yep, Saudi's going to go to the box for a trip.
Fans, don't forget that the CMU Club Hockey Network YouTube channel is your one-stop shop for highlights, exclusive interviews, and full game broadcasts for CMU men's D3 and women's D2 hockey. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so as to never miss a moment of Chippewa hockey. Just go to YouTube and search CMU Club Hockey Network to find the channel. As CMU brings it back into the Northern Michigan zone, it's poked away and taken by Northern.
Puck will be cleared and icing will be called, excuse me. And Anthony, this is a very good penalty kill for Central Michigan last year, ranked among the top in the CCWHA. Something that they would love to be able to repeat this year, as it's going to be, do not have her, or is that's Lepore to dig in for the face-off.
And a penalty kill is very important. You want to be able to take away that opportunity that the opponent has, and Central Michigan being one of the top at that is very, very, very good for the Chippewas. Poked away by Northern. It's taken. Here comes Northern Michigan.
As they have 1:20 left in the power play. There's a shot by Liga, saved and out of bounds off of Abraham and into the netting.
Another good save right there, averting disaster in a tied game. It's still 1-0 here at Martin.
5:23 first period, 1:14 remaining in the Saudi trip. Hubert. There's a shot in front of traffic. As there's Valente with a shot. Oh, what a save by Lauren Abraham with the right blocker, keeping this a 1-0 game. 58 seconds remaining. Good block there by Hutchinson.
Impressive stuff tonight from Abraham so far. Wow.
Valente will drop it down. Save by Abraham. Another impressive blocker save. There's Ligas. Ligas in the slot save. Rebound in front of the net. Oh, good awareness by Hutchinson, the freshman, to be able to clear that out of harm's way. As there's another shot in front of traffic just wide. Valente will grab it. Valente will circle. As there it is in front to... Do not know who that was, to Ligas. And that will get out. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. There it is, up right point, shot saved by Abraham. Hubert trying to clear it. She's not able to, as Ligas has that hop over her stick and out, delayed offsides, and the Saudi penalty will be killed off. There's Leotino at neutral ice. Here comes Saudi out of the box. There's Cooper. Cooper's shot saved, and Abraham will freeze the puck. 4 minutes remaining in the period. Fans, make sure to stay tuned for the first intermission report brought to you by CMUWomen'sHockey.com. Brian Donnelly will have that for you ringside as he will break down this first period, go goal by goal, and give you a little bit of out-of-town scoreboard, a quick look around the CCWHA. And Anthony, huge win by the CMU football team today.
Oh yeah, great win, taking down a rival in Eastern Michigan. Always good to take one of those games from a Michigan MAC school.
As Whitish will grab in neutral ice.
We just saw a really good defensive possession right there and stand during the power play for Central Michigan. That's one thing that can be very beneficial towards their season this year, is if they can continue the penalty kill success.
3:31 remaining. Derek Steele, Anthony Schulte, glad you could be here with us. First of a two-game series. Game 2, 1 p.m. puck drop, 12:35 broadcast start. Devin, Sarah, Parker Morrison will have that call for you. Speaking of Devin and Parker, as there is the icing called on Central Michigan, 3:15 remaining first period. But Anthony, what a win by the D3 men's team today over Notre Dame. By the way, first win in program history against Notre Dame.
What an that was one of the greatest finishes to a hockey game I've witnessed. That was it. We have everybody in the arena. You could feel the tension. You could feel it in the air. It was great, and a good defensive stand at the end of that game.
Liga's shot saved by Abraham as she will freeze the puck.
A good defensive stand at the end of that game by Central Michigan, and just a great win, especially after such a tough night last night.
3:11 remaining. Face-off will be to the left of Abraham. Face-off won by Central. Puck tried to be cleared by Haney, not able to. 3 minutes remaining. Wildcats trying to even this game at 1. It was a Gabby Nixon goal. Do not have the assist for that goal. We'll hopefully get those for you at the first intermission, as delayed offsides is the call. So Central Michigan's able to touch up. Puck goes back into their zone as Haney will try the wraparound. Palmer trying to find Darche. Oh, watch out. Darche has some space. Darche trying to find her shot. Oh, good play there by the Wildcats. That was Nicole Polzen. Nope, that was Legis forcing Darche to a sharp angle and a tough shot.
We've seen CMU attempt a lot of tough and difficult shots here tonight. It's good to see them trying to get on the board more and trying to be more aggressive on the offensive end.
Oh, watch out. Northern Michigan goes on the breakout. Good play there by Lepore. Haney trying to clear it. That was Alyssa Gray, trying to clear the puck. 2 minutes remaining in the period. There's Gray. Touches up with Simbro, so icing will be waved off. Puck goes along the end boards in the Wildcat zone. There's Cooper. Cooper, good play there by Lepore. Offside, waved off. 1:26 first period. Derek Seal, Anthony Schulte, game 1 of this 2-game series. Glad you could kick off the 14th season of CMU Women's Hockey with us. Thank you for choosing to join us on this Saturday night, final night here in the month of October, or in the month of September, Nixon shot blocked.
It's already October, Derek. It's already October. It feels like it's still August, man.
There's a shot. Oh, what a save by Abraham with the blocker. Once again, Lauren Abraham showing me flexibility with the save. Freezes the puck. 57 seconds remaining.
What an impressive performance so far by Lauren Abraham. Lots of good saves, lots of good movement on her saves, and lots of flexibility on her saves.
Nixon, Wegleitner will dig in. Face-off won by the Wildcats. There's Valente as the puck will be frozen by Abraham. Only a couple of seconds run off the clock. Anthony, what a series it was for Chloe Valente. The last time they played here, it was 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points in that 2-game series for the alternate captain for the Wildcats.
Valente, just such an impressive player for Northern Michigan. One of the most key aspects to this game for Central Michigan's got to be stopping her, and so far through this game they have done just that.
High stick whistle. Puck will go right outside the Central Michigan zone. 41 seconds remaining. Nixon Wegleitner will once again dig in for the draw. Face-off won by the Wildcats. Here's Kierzek as the puck stolen by Central Michigan. Trying to feed it in front of the net, no one home. And Kierzek will go on the break. There it is to Valente. Valente all alone. Valente bombs and weaves. Shot saved by Abraham. Abraham will hold on to the whistle. Crowd cheering for their Central Michigan. And what a crowd it is, Anthony. Opening night
Beautiful
here
crowd
at the Martin Ice Arena. Not seeing many open seats in the stands.
There's a great crowd for the last game. It's a great crowd for this game. Central Michigan really supporting their hockey teams after a great football win.
There's a shot saved by Abraham with the right blocker. 15 seconds remaining in the period. Good clear there by Williams to the half-boards, the far half-boards. Delray to Hubert. Hubert to Williams. Oh, watch out, Williams. Just a little bit strong for her as the clock will expire. After 1 period, Gabby Nixon, the only mark here so far for Central Michigan, her first goal of the season. Anthony, quick thoughts before we throw to break?
It was an impressive offensive performance so far in Northern Michigan zone for Central Michigan, taking advantage early. One of my keys to the game were to take advantage early and get some momentum. Get some momentum in the season. It's the first game of the season. They're having fun out there, and they've got a 1-0 lead at the end of 1.
Well, after 20 minutes, it's Central Michigan, the hometown team here. Their opening night, their kickoff to their season, up 1-0 against the Northern Michigan Wildcats. We'll take a quick break, but stay tuned after the break. For the first intermission report, Ryan Donnelly will have that after this break on on CCHN, the home for Chippewa hockey. Are we clear?
I tried it. I just it out a lot.
Not too bad so far, but we'll get better.
See, I need it. Let it go. Give like a whole. Give personally, I'm doing really good, man. I'm doing really good.
We welcome you back inside Martin Ice Arena for tonight's contest between Northern Michigan and Central Michigan. Central Michigan up 1-0 on a Nixon goal. One thing that Central Michigan has done better is being aggressive, scoring that puck, and with their power play goals. The Central team is doing fantastic, and I'm so excited to see what is going to be happening in the second period. When we return, second period action here in Martin Ice Arena, so don't go anywhere. You're watching Women's D2 Club Hockey here on Central Club Hockey Network.
Well, 20 minutes under the books. Central Michigan is leading the visiting Northern Michigan Wildcats 1-0 on their home opener. Not only is it home opener, it's the season opener.
Oh, yeah.
Man, Anthony, I know I said this probably 50 million times this year. This is time number 1 for this season. There's nowhere I'd rather be than here right now.
And you're here often. It's my first time, my first broadcast here on CCHN. None other person better to do it with than my good buddy Derek Steele. It's going to be a fun time here for these next 2 periods. Yes, in a second.
Anyways, Anthony, shots in the first period, 15-6 in favor of the Wildcats, but Central Michigan is the one leading the scoring, meaning they've been very opportunistic today.
Yes,
there's
they
the
have.
word of the day, opportunistic.
Opportunistic, there it is. On the Northern Michigan's side of the ice, they've been very opportunistic, as he said. And Lauren Abraham, what a performance so far through 1.
Holy smokes, Lauren Abraham, as there's a shot by Huber over Browning. We do apologize for any numbers mix-up. We did find out at the intermission report 15 for Central Michigan is the freshman out of, where is my hometowns? There it is. She is out of White Lake, Michigan. She's a first-year med student. It's Annie Castor wearing 15 for Central Michigan tonight.
Lots of newcomers again. Last year, a very surprising freshman class that did very well. Very impressive freshman class last year. Hopefully they're looking for the same results this year from another big freshman and first-year class.
There's a shot saved by Abraham off the stick of Paris Wegleitner. Well, Anthony, it's kind of hard to have a better freshman class than last year when last year's freshman class included Kylie Del Rey, who unofficially has the best scoring season in CMU women's hockey history.
36 points, just incredible from a freshman.
CCWHA all-first team.
And she earned an alternate captain spot this year as a sophomore.
She did. There's Palmer behind the net. Tries to break out to Wilson. Nope, that was Saudi, excuse me.
We were talking to Kylie Del Rey before this after practice, and she told me that this is a very impressive group of freshmen, as we were just talking about the freshmen earlier, and they bring unique aspects to the table. They're fast and have good hockey IQ, and we're seeing that. This is a very fast team.
Icing called on Central Michigan. That speed, Anthony, not working to their advantages. They were not able to catch up on the icing. Northern Michigan not going to change lines here tonight. And I just realized that the numbers, Anthony, were in front of my face the whole time.
Yes, you did hang those up right before we went live. It's all good, Derek.
It's been a day here at CC.
It's been a day.
Game 2 of the doubleheader. Man, what a win by the men's team. 2-1 over Notre Dame. First win in program history, but more impressively, bouncing back from a 6-3 loss last night.
Exhilarating win. There's another word of the day. Exhilarating. An exhilarating win. And a very well-deserved win after, as you said, a very tough game last night.
Delayed offside, so Central Michigan will touch up. Puck was going to Bienkowski, but she wasn't able to touch it. Good, smart move by Bienkowski, knowing that if she touched the puck, it would have been a too many men on the ice penalty. There's Northern Michigan going the other way, though, left to right across your screen. There's Castor.
Good poke by Castor.
Over to Bergen. Bergen on sides. Bergen with a shot as that is deflected. By the way, we do have assists from the Gabby Nixon goal. It was Sandra Bienkowski with her first goal, or first assist of the season in her collegiate career. And then Zoe Saudi with the secondary assist. So we mentioned that. Castor with a shot just wide of net. There's Hutchinson to go retreat in their own zone to grab it.
Castor's getting very involved here at the beginning of this second period.
Hutchinson, neutral ice. Tried to find Lepore. Decides to hit the brakes and enter the zone. Good play there by Darche to stay on sides. She'll have to retreat into neutral ice. Leave it for Lepore. That was Cunningham, CC Cunningham. Dumps it off to Krazarnich, as there's a shot saved by Abraham.
We were talking earlier in this week, Derek, preparing for this game, and you told me that Lauren Abraham makes quote-unquote wow saves. Is she proving you right tonight or what?
I don't know. Is she proving me right, Anthony?
I think she is.
First time seeing Abraham in game action. I would say she's made some wow saves.
She's made some very impressive saves.
One save that I remember last year at Notre Dame, it was a game where she ended up having a very good outing against the Fighting Irish. She had one save, I think it was either in the second or third period. I believe it was the second period, where she dove almost like a shortstop in baseball, diving for a ground ball, and somehow, some way, she came up with the puck. And I remember because at Compton, there's their shot. Speaking of Abraham making the chest save, Simbro will grab the wraparound, kept in by Ligas though. There's Leotino. Leotino tries to hit it off the glass. Simbro will run up to it. Simbro from a sharp angle will not take the shot. Instead, she'll give it up. Good play there by Whitus to try and keep it in. She's not able to, so she'll dump in. Icing is waved off. That was Hormick. Palmer will grab it, and icing is the call. But going back to that Lauren Abraham save, she made the save, and you know in the cartoons when the character's jaw will drop, will like go all the way to the ground. That was me.
Really? You were a cartoon character.
Ask Matt Ryder. My jaw was basically to the ground.
I'll have to inquire with Matt about that after this game.
I mean, it's not that hard because I'm like 5'4", but...
we don't have to go there, Derek.
There's a shot by Williams just over the net. If you cannot tell, we do have fun here at CCHN.
It is a ton of fun, I will be honest. My first couple weeks here, I've had a blast. It hasn't felt like work at all, yet.
Del Rey somehow is not able to keep that in the zone. She'll re-enter. Good play by Williams to get on. Sizes, there's a shot. Oh! Del Rey! How did she miss that? What a feed from Caitlin Williams to Del Rey, but somehow, someway keeps it a 1-0 game. Del Rey fighting for it along the boards. Anthony, if there's one positive out of this game so far, I will say Central Michigan has looked good on those board battles.
Oh yeah, being able to either take possession or halt possession, very, very, very good so far here tonight.
Whistle as the puck goes up and out of play. Both teams able to get a line change off. Anthony.
Yes.
This day in Chippewa history.
My favorite segment. I will admit this is my favorite segment on our broadcasts.
We'll have it at the next dead puck. As Lepore will dump in. Cleared though by the Wildcats. There's Hutchinson. Hutchinson to Saudi. Saudi tries to dump. There's Blankenstein. Sorry, that's Biankowski. Biankowski trying to find a shot. Good play there by the Northern Michigan defense to hem her. Puck is pinned once again on the boards. And won by the Wildcats. Hutchinson will keep it in though at the right point. Gets it down to Blankenstein. Hutchinson whiffs, gets another shot as it will come right into the wickets of a Northern Michigan player and they will break out. Puck not kept in by Peedle. As it's at neutral ice, Saudi will get it up to Castor. Castor plays catch with herself. Castor, sharp angle shot saved by Lucy Bruning. Now this day in Chippewa history.
This day in Chippewa history. Derek, what do you have for us?
Going back to September 30th, 2018, the CMU women's hockey team lost to Ohio State 4-2 in the second game of a series. Jessica Killenback and Rochelle Pozo scored the 2 CMU goals on the afternoon, and goalie Cassandra Warden would stop 21 out of 25 shots she faced
There you go.
in the loss. English must not be my strong suit.
No comment.
Whistle delayed offsides, I believe. See what the call is from the referee. Nope, Zoe Bergen's going to the box.
So now we
High stick.
we are going to see if that continued penalty kill success we've seen in the earlier stages of this contest, if those will continue, and if Central Michigan can hold off an advantage here now for Northern. The shot on goal by Northern saved once again. You've been calling her name all evening, Lauren Abraham.
Face-off will be to Abraham's right. Won by Central Michigan. Whitus will try and clear, as she is able to. That's Harmick not able to keep it in. Good play there by Biankowski, trying to get it off the boards for herself, not able to. And Northern Michigan enters the zone. CMU's got numbers though on a 3-and-2. As there's a wraparound in front of the net. Abraham not able to find it for a second, finally locates it, is able to get the blocker down, and the puck will skirt into the Northern Michigan zone.
The puck will skirt. I like that, Derek.
Valente. Into the corner, she'll wrap around. Trying to find her shot, as there it is in front of traffic, hits a couple of bodies. Puck is still loose and finally cleared out. 1 minute exactly on the power play. There's a shot by Ligas saved.
Good deflection.
And Delray will try and clear it. She's not able to. Good play there by the Wildcats to keep it in. Finally, Delray is able to get it out as she goes down. No penalty upcoming. Central Michigan wanting a trip, not able to get one, as Bruning will deflect that to the right. Delray, shorthanded, 33 seconds on the power play. Palmer trying to stick check. She's not able to. Puck is dumped to the right of Abraham and wraps around. That's where Cooper will pick it up. Cooper along the end boards. Hutchinson gets it to Williams. Williams is able to break out. 11 seconds on the power play. There's Pito. Pito with the shot saved by Abraham. Cooper. Kept in by the Wildcats. Back down to Cooper. Cooper will try and find Pito. She'll go a different route. There's a shot blocking in front of traffic and ricochets into the corner.
We just saw a really good penalty kill once again. I think that's one of this Central Michigan team's strong suits this season is a penalty kill. Very important to have as a team, being able to deflect those opportunities for the opposition, in this case, Northern Michigan.
Hubert breaks out. Bruning will freeze the puck. 10:51 remaining. Fans, just a reminder that the broadcast of today's game is a copyrighted presentation of the American Collegiate Hockey Association, the CMU Club Hockey Network, WMHW, and more Hall Television. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the ACHA, CCHN, WMHW, and MHTV. 10:42 remaining. Derek Steele, Anthony Schulte, glad you chose to spend your Saturday afternoon instead of watching college football. You know Michigan State Spartans are on. Hopefully we'll have a score update for that game at the intermission break. Last time I checked, it was 0-0 right at kickoff. There's Whitus. Could be watching other stuff, but you chose to be here with us on this beautiful Saturday night, 8:54 local time. Hutchinson will keep it into the zone. We're so glad you chose to celebrate the opening of the 14th season of CMU Women's Hockey right here with us on CCHN. We'll have every single CMU Women's Hockey game along with the Men's Division III game right here, along with Anthony, our studio show Inside Chippewa Hockey, returning for the second season, as well as there's just more content coming out. Chippewa Hockey Download.
Oh yes, I'm excited to be a part of both of those, and it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a fun year of hockey for both men's D3 and women's D2, so make sure to stay tuned to our YouTube channel and wherever you find podcasts for that Chippewa Hockey Download.
2 out of the 3 Central Michigan teams did make it to the national tournament, that being the men's Division 3 team and this women's team. Anthony, man, what a first semester it was. The only loss for this team was to the Adrian Bulldogs, that being at Arrington Ice Arena. Adrian ended up beating this team once again in the CCWHA tournament. As there's a shot in front of traffic, Abraham able to deflect that to the end boards. There's Pito at the blue line. Pito with a shot saved by Abraham. There's Valente. Valente with the wraparound and saved by Abraham. Anthony, that's something I've seen Chloe Valente go to a lot, is that wraparound, especially to Abraham's right. This time she decided to go right to left.
And the wraparound can be a very efficient way to get a goal, especially when you need one. You're as talented as Valente. But Abraham's on fire tonight in the net, and nobody can score on her so far through 2 and 8:50 to go here in the second period.
8:50 second period, 1-0 CMU lead thanks to a Gabby Nixon first period goal. Sandra Biankowski and Zoe Saudi gained the primary and secondary assists on that respectively. Shots through the first period were 11-6 in favor of the Wildcats. 15-6, excuse me. We'll have shots for you at the start of the third period as well. As once again Valente going to that wraparound. This time she'll go out to the blue line. And Pito will grab the loose puck. Dump it to the end boards. Loose in front of traffic and somehow stays out. Cooper at the blue line. She'll dump it down. That is right to the Chippewas, though. That's Del Rey trying to clear it. She loses her stick. Quickly go pick back up her piece of lumber. There's a shot by Valente as she whiffs. Del Rey trying to get on the breakaway. She's not able to. Hubert will be able to clear, and Del Rey is able to somehow catch up to that puck. Kylie Del Rey gets it to Williams. Williams shot saved by Bruning.
Beautiful setup right there from Del Rey. Just couldn't get the finish right there for Williams.
Kylie Del Rey, we talked about it. The single season record holder for most points in Central Michigan women's history. Her stat line for last season reading 22 goals, 14 assists for 36 points in 21 games, not including the national tournament. Del Rey also had one of the 2 goals scored in the CCWHA tournament last season, that being against the Michigan State Spartans. Ended up being a 2-1 loss for Central Michigan in overtime.
Michigan State Spartans is a team you'll see next weekend. Both games will be on the CMU Club Hockey Network. Me and Derek will be on both
with a shot. Glove saved by Abraham. Barnett will go chasing the corner. Barnett gets it out to Leotino. Leotino with a one-on-one. Ligas getting back in defense and shot right at Bruning off the stick of Leotino. 6:48 second period. Both teams able to get a line change off. It's going to be Alyssa Gray to dig in for the face-off. She'll go up against CC Cunningham. Face-off won by the Wildcats. As there's a sharp angle shot saved by Abraham. Out to the blue line for Pito. And Gray trying to catch up to the puck. She's not able to. Valente will win the race there.
Seem to be getting a lot of pokes tonight. Another reason why they're stopping this NMU team from getting any momentum.
That poke check by Central Michigan has proved to be a good defensive mechanism for them. Board battle into the corner. Nixon will come out for it. Nixon, oh, watch out. Nixon one-on-one. Nixon shot just wide of the net. Bruning might have been able to deflect that one.
Almost got number 2 of the night.
Another beautiful shot there off the stick of Gabby Nixon. The very talented sophomore out of
Wasaga Beach, Ontario.
Wasaga Beach, Ontario. Thank you, Anthony. As there's a wraparound from Valente and saved by Abraham. She'll hold on for the whistle. 5:37 remaining second period. Anthony, what have you liked from the Central Michigan team in the second period?
I've liked, one, their defense in their own zone, their defense in their own zone, being able to stop a player like Chloe Valente from getting hot. That's one thing that I'm sure they were looking for in the second period, is to not make sure she does not get hot, as that's a shot above the bar and off. Yeah, their defense and being able to clear the puck and create some opportunities for them, just not able to capitalize at the goal.
Biankowski exits the zone and enters. She fights for the long band boards. Wildcats will win though. Puck goes out to Barnett at the blue line and she scores! The captain, the grad student, number 12, Matt Barnett, number 1 on the season.
What a shot from the blue line from Barnett. Great job right there, being able to put Central Michigan up by 2 now. A more comfortable position about 3/4 through this second period.
What a shot from the blue line. Great job by Biankowski to be able to somehow get that puck out to Barnett at the blue line. That's a shot Mac Barnett loves to take, ladies and gentlemen. She does not miss on that one.
Impressive stuff all the way from back at the blue line. Just great from Central Michigan to be able to get another goal and be just a little bit more, as I said, a little bit more comfortable as we get into the end of this second period and into the third period.
If you're Central Michigan, though, you have... As there's Darche on the breakaway, there's a shot. Somehow Bruning able to come up with that save. But Anthony, if you're Central Michigan here, you cannot take your foot off the gas pedal. We've seen 2-goal leads like this just get wiped away. If you're Central Michigan, you have to keep your foot on the gas pedal, and that's exactly what Chloe Darche did there.
One of my keys in this game was to capture the momentum and use that momentum to your advantage. And that's what they're doing right now. They're capturing the momentum and leading it to their advantage. As here comes Pregame. Across the boards, and it's poked away by NMU. Taken up by... That would be... in Northern Michigan.
Darche trying to fight for the puck. She scores! Number 1, first career goal. Annie Castor, have a moment.
There's Annie Castor right there. That's the name I was looking for as I was stumbling over my words. What a goal right there. Upper left-hand corner of that goal. Beautiful shot right there. 3-0 all of a sudden. The lead ballooning to 3-0. 4:19 left to go in the second period. And we were talking about it, capturing that momentum and going in with it and keeping that and using that to your advantage. That's what they're doing right now. Central Michigan right now has all the momentum in the arena, and it's on full display here tonight.
Unofficially, the Barnett and Castor goals 30 seconds of game action apart from each other.
And now, 30 seconds ago, it was a 1-0 game, as there's a lot of action at the crease.
Fight in front of the puck. Bruning's out of her crease. Somehow that gets out to Chloe Valente, though. Kept into the zone by the Chippewas. That was Williams keeping it in. And finally, the Wildcats able to clear.
As I was saying, the lead balloons out from 1-0 when you think, NMU can just score 1 goal and tie it up. It says a shot on goal and just off to the left. And now it's 3-0. Way more comfortable here going into the third period. Another save right there for Abraham. Mid save right there. It'll be cleared
watch out. Williams has some space. Watch Kaylin Williams go. Williams on the right side. She circles as she will wait up. Gets it to Delray, who one touches it to Hubert. Hubert over to Delray. Delray was trying to find Williams. They're not able to connect. There's a shot. Oh, nice save there by Lucy Bruning on the Caitlin Williams goal. Darche assisted on the Annie Castro goal. So 3 out of the 8 freshmen, Anthony, finding their name on the score sheet here opening night.
And that's something we talked about and what they took advantage of last year. Having a good freshman class, and so far tonight in Game 1, opening night for Martin, the freshman class is showing out in a big way.
Lydia Tino wins the draw, trying to get it down low to Simbro in the slot. They're not able to connect. And Haney will go back in retreat. Icing is waved off. Haney will circle Abraham. Gets it off the boards to Simbro. And it'll circle the other way to Palmer, who knocks the player down. No penalty upcoming. Touched up by Simbro, though. Simbro loses the foot race. Pin to the board. And penalty upcoming. Nope, I believe that was a delayed offsides. As make sure to stay tuned for the second intermission report. Ryan Donnelly will once again have that one. And we'll take a quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard for the professional side. Anthony, last check, the Red Wings were up after 2 periods to the Washington Capitals, trying to get a little bit of measure of revenge. As, oh, watch out, there's Lindsay Walton one-on-one. Walton to the left corner, pinned to the board by Palmer. Good steal there by Leah Palmer.
Hopefully, the Red Wings can pull what Central Michigan pulled earlier today, their D3 team, getting a little bit of a revenge win.
Wilson tries to clear it. She's not able to. Loose puck is still loose. Brought in by Petal. Abraham somehow does not get that puck. She's able to get back up and into her crease, though. And this time she'll be able to ice the puck, uses the paddle and the glove. 1:44 remaining.
Great work again by Abraham in the crease, being able to stop any chance of NMU getting at least a little bit of a foot into this game here.
1:44 remaining. Derek Steele, Anthony Schulte. Game 1 of this 2-game series between the Wildcats and Chippewas. Central Michigan swept the season series between these two teams last year 2-0. Both of those games being up in Marquette, Michigan. Beautiful area of the UP, Anthony.
I was able down here as there's a shot just off to the left.
Saudi grabs it along the far end boards.
As I was saying, beautiful, beautiful being able to see the Northern Lights down here, but up in Marquette, how beautiful was that, being able to see the Northern Lights up there? Absolutely phenomenal a couple weeks ago.
Saudi has space. Saudi with the shot. Ricochets to the end boards. That's where Biankowski will grab it. Biankowski will wrap. Gets it to Saudi. Saudi trying to find someone in the slot. No one's open. Man, Anthony, this Northern Michigan defense, they have given up 3 goals tonight, as there's a shot by Whitus from the blue line, saved by Bruning. But nothing is coming easy for the Central Michigan team.
Nothing's coming easy. You still see them with a 3-0 lead. These are 2 very good leads, or very good teams, excuse me. 2 very good teams here battling it out as we're about to approach the end of the second period.
Paddle saved by Abraham. Whitus will catch up to the loose puck. Gets it to Bergen, who touches up. Icing is waved off. Darche will catch up Bergen with a shot opportunity as she goes crashing down. Luckily, she's able to get up quickly. Scary moment there for a split second for Central Michigan as Chloe Darche, goes crashing hard into the net. Able to get up, though. There's Valente the other way. Valente with her shot just wide. And Bergen trying to get it. And after 2 periods, Central Michigan, thanks to Mac Barnett and Annie Castor, first goals of the season for them. Chloe Darche with an assist. We're still waiting for word on the assist on the Mac Barnett goal. But Anthony, what a second period here for Central Michigan.
What a second period. We've seen their offensive attack all day. And now it's starting to equate into goals. A lot of pretty setups from Central Michigan and a lot of good finishes. Again, a couple finishes, not quite there, but 3-0 going into the third period. You got to feel confident if you are Chris Haney in this Central Michigan Chippewas team.
Anthony, one last question and then we'll throw it to Brink. If you're Northern Michigan, if you're a head coach, Ryan Thierry here. What are you telling your team going into the second break down 3-zip?
Don't keep your head down because you're still playing well. This Northern Michigan team is still playing well despite the score. Sometimes the scoreboard doesn't tell the story, and that's the case here tonight. As we've seen, Northern Michigan just has a lot of opportunities. You can't help a good netminder, Lauren Abraham, having just a superb outing here so far. So what I'm saying in the locker room, don't keep your heads down, keep your heads up, and also I'd be talking to Chloe Valenti, be like, hey, let's get it going. Let's try and get around this netminder. You can do it. You've got the skill to do so. That's what I'd be saying. Don't keep your head down. Keep it up, and see if you can string together a couple goals just like Central Michigan did.
Well, two-thirds of this game is in the books. Central Michigan, after 40 minutes, finds themselves up 3-0. Make sure to stay tuned for the second intermission report brought to you by CMUWomen'sHockey.com. Ryan Donnelly will have that for you after this break here on CCHN, the home for Chippewa hockey.
We welcome you back here inside Martin Ice Arena for the second intermission report between the Northern Michigan Wildcats and your Central Michigan Chippewas. Scores currently Central Michigan 3, Northern Michigan nothing. Some noticeable goals at the 15th minute. Barnett has scored her first goal of the game. Also in that 15-minute, Castor had a goal with an assist from Darcy. Central Michigan, pretty good game, playing very aggressive here in the home opener in front of a very packed Martin Ice Arena. But don't give up on Northern Michigan just yet. They are playing out of their minds. Even though they have taken 10 shots to Central Michigan's 9, they are still putting up a great effort against the CMU Chippewas, so don't sleep on them just yet. We are looking for a great third period, I apologize. Before we wrap up this intermission report, just a couple out-of-town scores. Grand Rapids Griffins kicks off their season October 13th against the Colorado Eagles. The Spirit has their home opener tonight against the Serena Sting with the score of 2-1. The Detroit Red Wings play their final preseason game tonight against the Washington Capitals. The score is currently 5-2 Red Wings in the middle of the third period. Michigan State is down 10-9 after the second quarter against their opponent, and the University of Michigan 45-7 over Nebraska. Wow, what a win for the Wolverines. Some other out-of-town scores for the National Hockey League. The Toronto Maple Leafs are winning 3-1 over the Montreal Canadiens. Tampa Bay Lightning winning 5-4 against the Nashville Predators. The Buffalo Sabres 4-3 over the Columbus Blue Jackets, and the Minnesota Wild have won against the Chicago Blackhawks 2-1. That'll do it here for the second intermission report. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, the beginning of the third period, and don't go anywhere after the third period because we will have our CCHN postgame show. So don't go anywhere. You are watching Women's Division II Club Hockey here on Central Club Hockey Network.
And we're back here on CCHN, the home for Chippewa hockey. Anthony, 40 minutes in the book, 20 more to go as the hometown Central Michigan Chippewas up on the Northern Michigan Wildcats 3-0. We do have a stat correction for that second goal. It was credited to 61 Nixon for her second of the night. Barnett was given the assist. It was a tip in front of the net that got Nixon the credit for the goal.
Very pretty play. We couldn't see it from up in the booth where we are, but pretty play. Nice shot from Barnett from the blue line. And nice little tip in from Nixon for her second on the year and on the night. Good season opener so far through 40.
You got any predictions for the final 20 minutes?
Oh, we've heard about the broadcasters jinx before, so I'm going to keep those thoughts to myself. I am sure hoping for a good result here tonight. I'm hoping for some more fireworks on the offensive end for both teams. Let's see both teams do very well here in this third period, excuse me. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not jinxing anything, Derek. Nothing, and that's not happening.
You're not gonna say anything?
I know, Derek. I don't feel like being on SportsCenter's not top 10.
I wish how much I would love to be on SportsCenter regardless of what it is.
Fair enough, Derek. Fair enough.
Anyways, by the way, we got some social media coverage here. The D3 men's social media creator, Joe Lizier, here helping us out, as well as Amy. Mary, that's her name, Mary. Sorry, Mary, if you're watching this.
We apologize. I apologize for my partner.
But big thank you to both of them, as well as we have not mentioned them, but big thank you to the rest of our crew here tonight at CCHN, Hayden Scott, and Ryan Donnelly, our producer and cameraman, respectively.
Yes, sir.
And we got some fans coming up behind us as we are up here on the mezzanine level. Man, Anthony, beautiful, beautiful view of Martin Ice Arena up
Great
here
view.
at the mezzanine level.
See the right side corner is a little bit of a reach for me. I had to bend over a little bit to see that, but great view from up here.
You're also like 6 foot something, so you
yeah, I
a little bit farther than
that's something I do have over you, figuratively and literally, is my height, but I digress.
The pain of being 5'4.5".
You are still at the height where you do count halves. You still are at the height that you count halves.
I am. Where's the cutoff for that height?
5'9", 5'10".
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
you still got a long way to go there, buddy. You still got a long way to go.
5'7", but Anthony with some high requirements to meet here.
Hey, 5'10's not that hard to reach, Derek.
How tall are you?
6'2", 6'3" on a good day in shoes. But we don't talk about that.
Nonetheless, both teams have taken the ice. Puck is dropped here. 20 minutes on the clock, and we are underway here from Martin Ice Arena. Game 1 of the series between the Chippewas and Wildcats. CMU up to a 3-0 lead. Derek Steele, Anthony Schulte, glad you could be here with us on this Saturday night.
Thanks for choosing us here tonight. Great matchup so far, especially if you're a CMU fan.
Oh, there's Nixon with the bid for the hat trick as Bruning makes the chest save. Saudi will try and catch up to that. She's able to. She gets it to Palmer just a little bit strong. And Palmer will retreat to the end boards to grab it. Kept into the zone, though, by Wegleitner. Palmer, board battle, as that was Darche that was Alyssa Gray, to come in. Still trying to learn these numbers, and some players have mismatching numbers from our rosters here tonight. Gotta love the beginning of this season here, Anthony.
Always gotta work out the kinks, but it's better to work out the kinks in the beginning than the end.
That is very true. Chloe Darche with it at neutral ice. Gets it stuck in her skate, taken away by the Wildcats as they enter the zone. Palmer will grab the loose puck. And there is Annie Castor. Castor, the recipient of her first collegiate goal here tonight. That was the third goal of the night as Bergen had a really good opportunity there. Also had a really good scoring chance at the end of the second period.
Yes.
I still do not know how that puck did not pass the goal line. Watch out, Northern Michigan might have numbers. 2-on-1 was brewing. Good job by Central Michigan to be able to get back and play defense. Hutchinson will dump it into the zone.
Another good defensive stand right there for Central Michigan. One underrated thing from this game I'm seeing is their defense. Again, that big 0 on the Northern Michigan score sheet.
Lepore will go catch it at the end boards. She gets it out, one touch over to Hutchinson. Hutchinson somehow gets it past the Wildcat, but it will roll harmlessly to Legas. Caster trying to catch up to it. She'll pin. Nope, she won't pin along the end boards. But anyway, it comes out to Williams. Williams will try a wraparound. Instead, she goes to Delray. Delray with a shot blocked. Rebound in front of the net as that one runs wide. Williams will grab it in the corner, though. That's out to Delray. Just a little bit strong. Delray tried to kick it. Not able to, as this... It's kind of hard to kick the puck with the skate.
That is a difficult task, Derek.
I could not make it out to neutral ice, though, if I tried to ice skate.
I want to see you try and ice skate. I really do.
Oh, what a hit by Kylie Delray. No call upcoming. As she laid out her player. Reminds me of the hit Central Michigan had. It was on McQueen, I believe, of Lawrence Tech last year down at Farmington Hills. Just absolutely decks a player. As a whistle, offsides? Offsides, I believe, is the call. Kind of hard to hear the whistles up here without our on-ice mic. Normally, on CCHN, we will have our on-ice mic. Do not hear tonight due to some technical difficulties. We also apologize for the lack of audio early in the first period. Some technical difficulties still trying to be fixed here. Week 1.
Yeah, it's only week 1. It's only week 1.
The women's team. Week 2 for the men's team as they split with the Notre Dame Fighting Irish as ice offsides is called. 3-1 start for the men's team. Holy cow, Anthony. And what a test it was for them against Notre Dame this weekend.
A huge test for them, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. 6-3 loss last night, giving up so many power play goals.
3 power play goals.
3 power play goals is a crazy number, but tonight they came back and they got a tight victory against Notre Dame. A little bit of revenge.
There's a shot by Wegleitner and she scores. 3-1 Central Michigan score. Paris Wegleitner with the first goal of her season. Actually, correction, that was C.C. Cunningham with the goal.
Northern Michigan finally on the scoreboard after a big 0 through almost 3 1/4 here in this one. See if Central Michigan can respond, in a big way.
3-1 lead, and Anthony, sometimes that's just what you need for an offense to get going. Sometimes it's like in basketball, you just need to see the ball go through the hoop. Here in hockey, sometimes you just need to see that puck get right past the goalie. Hopefully, though, for Central Michigan, that is not the spark of something that happens for Northern Michigan. We know this team can pin on goals. Scored 10 goals opening night last weekend against Miami of Ohio down at Goggin. Beautiful arena down there in Oxford, Ohio. Central Michigan will be there about midway through October next month. As icing is waved off. There's a shot by Legas blocked in traffic, and Darche will come out with it. Excuse me, that's actually Bienkowski coming out with it. Wildcats get it up to Valente. Valente on sides. She'll leave it for Wegleitner.
Good poke right there from Caster.
There's Cunningham. Cunningham just scored that goal moments ago. And offside's the call. Delayed offside, so Central Michigan will touch out. There's Bienkowski. Sorry, that was Bergen. Oh, look out. There's Peto going off the ice, clutching her left arm. Hopefully she's able to return later in the game. Not something you want to see this early in this season for either team's players going down injured.
Right.
There's Bergen. She's going to dump it into the zone on sides. That's where the Wildcats will pick it up. Walton will dump in, and Hutchinson will go catch up to it along the end boards. She'll wrap around. That was for Delray. Delray over to a teammate. Was not able to catch who that was, but Walton with it. She's going to dump it to the left of Abraham, and Laporte will grab it, excuse me. Delray at neutral ice. Gets her picket
Pocket
picked.
There you go, Derek.
You knew I was going to get there eventually.
I knew it. I was just waiting for it.
As the puck finds its way out to Lepore. One touch from Delray to Williams. Good job by Central Michigan to wait and get on sides, especially by Williams. Williams with the shot. Oh, just wide of the net. She'll try the wraparound, get in front of the net. There it is. Lepore with the shot just wide. Another good scoring opportunity there for Central Michigan as Lepore will grab it. She tags up with Palmer. Palmer will grab it and has to retreat in their own zone. There's Haney. Haney to Delray. Delray one touches it off the boards to Williams. 13:27 remaining. Third period, 3-1 Central Michigan lead. Nixon, Castor, the two goal scorers here on the night for Central Michigan. C.C. Cunningham with the goal for the Wildcats. There's Cunningham. Cunningham with the shot saved by Abraham as she will grab it with the paddle and go out of her crease to ice the puck.
Fans, opening weekend for women's hockey continues tomorrow right here on CCHN. Make sure to tune in to see the Chippewas and Wildcats rematch for Game 2 in the series from right here at Martin Ice Arena. Puck drop is scheduled for 1 p.m. and will be streamed right here on CCHN, your home for Central Michigan Chippewa hockey.
Nixon, puck just a little bit strong for her. Whitus will retreat to grab. She circles Abraham. Gets it to Saudi. Saudi loses it. Cunningham not able to keep it in the zone, so they'll have to re-enter. There's a shot behind Abraham and a little bit wide.
Another board battle down there. And Northern Michigan will win that board battle.
There's a shot in front of the net. Abraham able to make the save. Shot so far coming into the second period, 25-15 in favor of the Wildcats. Central Michigan enjoying a 3-1 lead, though. There's Biankowski. Biankowski all alone. Biankowski with the shot blocked in front of traffic. So there's Cunningham. Cunningham off the board to Hutchinson. Hutchinson will line up a shot and paddled away by the Wildcats netminder. Puck kept in at the blue line by Lepore. And the Wildcats able to break free. That was Valente breaking free. Walton able to come in and rescue the puck. She gets pinned to the boards. Time continues to tick down. 11:30 remaining. Dumped into the zone. Abraham will grab it. Little miscommunication between her and Hutchinson. Hutchinson able to grab it though. As watch out, Delray with the full head of steam going in all alone. Able to one touch the puck though, just a little bit strong. Wilson gets the puck in. She takes the player down. Able to get up though. Anthony talking about Mariah Wilson. One of the nicest players you will ever meet, as offsides to call. Like to call her, the players like to joke around that she's the team mom on road trips. But again, one of the nicest players you'll ever see. Last year's second game at Notre Dame got her first career goal. The Mariah Wilson. What a special bus ride back to Mount Pleasant that was from South Bend, Indiana.
Well, she puts everything on the line. Is a very reliable player. Somebody you can always count on. Her being able to get her first goal has been a very special experience for not only her, but the whole team.
One of many special moments for this Central Michigan team last season. We mentioned it, first ever trip to the ACHA National Tournament in Boston. Would love to get a bid to St. Louis in March for their second straight appearance. There's Simbro losing the puck. She's able to regain it at the far half wall. Tries to find Wilson. Wilson will try and catch up. It's actually Liatino to get to the puck. Stolen, though, by the Wildcats. There's a shot by Wegleitner just wide. So rebound is saved by the blocker of Lauren Abraham. Whitus will break free. She's going all alone and will dump the puck in and go off for a line change. 5 new bodies come onto the ice for Central Michigan. Watch out for 13, Delray. There's Hutchinson, though. Hubert, with her stick getting held, is able to get it free and catch up to the puck. She breaks free into neutral ice. She's going in all alone. She has Delray to help her as the puck is deflected into the corner. That's where Delray will grab it. Delray crashing the boards. Hubert, as bodies are flying around. Hubert will settle it down in the corner. Trying to find Delray in the slot. They're not able to connect. Williams will go into the corner to grab it. Williams will pin it against the board. Somehow, Lepore ends up with it at the blue line. Blockered away by Bruning. There it is, Williams. Williams with a shot blocked in by traffic in front of the net. Williams trying to keep it in. She's not able to. Valente able to get the afterburners going. Valente crashing the net. Valente shot. Rebound in front of the net. Cleared away to the blue line. That's where it's kept in. That's Peedle keeping it in. 8:38 remaining. Glad to see Peedle back on the ice. She came off a little bit limber earlier in the third period as there's a shot blocked in front. As there's a shot by Valente a little bit high. Puck back out to Peedle at the blue line.
Starting to see Valente get a little bit more into this game, getting a couple shots here for Northern.
Williams will grab the loose puck. Williams stop and go. Trying to connect with Saudi. Oh, watch out. Saudi with the breakaway. Zoe Saudi. Shot. Saved by Bruning. Rebound in front of the net. Saved by Bruning. And the puck is cleared to the end half boards. Whistle as the glove comes off of Bruning, so that'll get a stop.
If you are looking for game reports, stats, schedules, and more, take a trip to cmuwomenshockey.com. There you can find those and much more, including player information, recruiting information, apparel, and more. That's cmuwomenshockey.com. Derek, that's a very tough read at the end there.
Why do you think I did not warn you about that, Anthony?
To prepare me? Keep me on my toes, perhaps?
Why would I do something like that?
Oh, I don't know, Derek. I don't know.
Saudi trying to catch up to the loose puck. Somehow she's able to clear it. Nixon's not able to catch up, though. There's Wegleitner in neutral ice. She'll enter the zone on sides. Bienkowski trying to clear it. She's not able to. There's a shot saved by Abraham, and she will dump it out. Nixon with the puck. Gets it over to Darche. Chloe Darche. Actually, that's Bienkowski, excuse me. And the puck is cleared by Northern Michigan. They were trying to get on the breakaway. They're not able to. And the puck is dumped into the zone. Icing 6:53 remaining.
Going into the waning stages of this game here, Central Michigan looking to play on the defensive a little bit more and just stop goals at the crease and stop any opportunities from trying to happen here for Northern Michigan. The last player you want getting going here tonight is Chloe Valente. Chloe Valente, a name we've said all night, maybe not on the ice, but just in general, an amazing player who normally puts up great stats.
Caster. Off the boards to Bergen. Trying to break free was Gray. She'll get the puck though at neutral ice. As she'll dump in, Bergen will go and chase it. Bergen showing off the speed. There's Zoe Bergen.
Lots of action at the boards tonight.
Another board battle won by Central. There's Darche. Trying to wrap it around for Bergen. That is intercepted though by the Wildcats. Puck once again tied up along the boards.
Yet another board battle here.
As Sirius trying to do something, but Barnett's trying to dump it into the zone, and she's able to. And CMU will not get a line change on. There's the one-touch pass down the ice. Icing will be waved off, so Barnett will go hustle back and chase that one down. Make sure to stay tuned for the post-game show brought to you by Optimex Sports. There we'll break down this game goal by goal, take one more look at the out-of-town scoreboard, plus take a look at our players to watch for keys to the game, and give you our 3 stars of the game. That's the post-game show brought to you by Optimex Sports. There's a 2-on-2 brewing as there's a shot. Delray scores! Number 1 for the alternate. No, they're saying it's out. They're saying that is out. This stays a 3-1 game. There's Hubert, though. Hubert trying to get it to someone. She's able to get it to Williams. Williams will try and get it back to Delray. Hubert trying to get it to Delray, isn't able to, and the puck will go into the corner. Hubert will grab it. Hutchinson at the blue line. She'll dump it to Bruning's left. Delray trying to slash at it. She's not able to. Williams trying to grab it. She's not able to. And the puck will end up in the paddle of Brooke Hubert. Hubert trying to keep it in the zone. She's not able to. Ligas will lead the charge. 3-on-1. She'll drop it off. Shot muff. And that will give Lepore a chance to get back. So will Hutchinson. Williams. Stop and go. Williams trying to find someone. She'll go off the boards to herself. That's Anthony. That's something we've seen Central Michigan do a lot, is those forward passes to himself. And it's something they worked on this week in practice.
And it looks to be paying off. It looks to be working in their favor, being able to rebound off of those.
As the puck will go not quite into the corner, but clear it out of the Wildcat zone. Palmer will retreat to grab it. There's Biankowski dumping it in. Nixon will go and race for it. Saudi will try and grab it along the end board. She's not able to grab it, as it'll pop out for Kierzek. Kierzek offsides. Whistles the play dead. 3:38 remaining.
As we approach, again, the waning stages of this one, even more so now with 3:38 left to go in the third. Central Michigan doing a good job on the defensive, keeping the puck majority out of the defensive zone and being able to they got a couple opportunities, as we saw with that almost goal down on the right side by Delray. But again, trying to stop Valente and stop this NMU offense from really getting going, as we all know that they can. Again, 10 goals last week against Miami.
There's Biankowski with a shot saved by Bruning. Whistle. Face-off will go to the right of Lucy Bruning. Out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Anthony mentioned 11 games for her, 5-6 record, 4.64 goals against average.
A little bit higher than you'd like to see, but still respectable nonetheless.
Save percentage of .843. As the puck, good job by Barnett to keep the puck in the offensive zone. Central Michigan trying to set up on the forecheck. They're not able to. There's Whitus. Whitus to Bergen. There it is, back to Whitus. Whitus will bob and weave. She enters the zone barely on sides. Great job between her and Liatino to enter the zone on sides. Delray will try and chase the puck down. She wins the foot race. She leaves it for Hutchinson at the blue line as that puck goes up and stays in play. Does not hit the low-hanging rafters here at Martin. Hutchinson will gather the puck. 2:13 remaining. You gotta imagine, if you're Northern Michigan, you gotta start thinking about when you're gonna take out Lucy Bruning, as right now is not the time, as there's Williams. Great poke check there by Ligas. Puck will go the length of the ice, and Abraham will grab it, give it to Hutchinson. There's Delray, back to Hutchinson. Another good poke check by the Wildcats, as Williams will try and chase it down. She goes into the left corner. It's not able to grab it. Puck does not leave the zone. Good job by Lepore. Nope, it does for a split second, so offsides.
1:39 left to go here in the third. This is when NMU, you start to get a little frantic. Okay, we really need to get another goal here before it really is out of hand. But again, we saw it with Central Michigan earlier in the game. They got 2 goals in 30 seconds, so not quite out of the realm of possibility for Northern Michigan.
There's Delray off the draw. Delray lines up a shot just a little bit high. Surprised to still see Bruning in net. You thought maybe Northern Michigan might have taken a timeout at the stoppage. Probably a little bit close to their zone there. As there is to Palmer. Palmer will line up a shot, no good.
Good job.
As it'll ricochet into the corner.
Good job by CMU keeping it in the Northern Michigan zone, not allowing any potential opportunities so far.
There's a shot in front of the net by Delray as that is negated. And the Wildcats will try and go on attack. There goes Lucy Bruning. They're going to add a 6th skater. No, she won't. Yes, they will, as Bruning gets waved off by head coach Ryan Thierry. Whistle, stoppage in play. Face-off will be... See where the face-off will be at. It's going to be right at neutral ice. Clock reads 57.7 seconds left. Let's see what the last 58 seconds has in store here. It's going to be Nixon and Valente to dig in for the face-off. Bruning back in her net. Nixon loses the face-off. Wildcats will dump it in. That's where Hutchinson will grab it right at her own blue line. Tries to get it down low to Gray. Gray will chase it into the corner. 45 seconds remaining. Wildcats trying to break free. They're able to. There goes Valente. There goes Bruning. Valente dumps it down and whistle. 36.5 seconds remaining.
And they're going to bring Bruning back onto the ice.
Right. Face-off once again going to be right at neutral ice. So Lucy Bruning, man, she's getting her cardio in right
now. Oh, yeah. In and out she goes. Northern Michigan.
Nixon Valente for the face-off, won by Central. Right to the Wildcats, though. There's Valente. Oh, she goes down. So does Castor, but she's able to luckily get up. There's Hutchinson. 21 seconds remaining. Hutchinson will flick it into the air and down for Ligas.
Another take right there for Castor.
There's Castor's shot just wide. Lepore trying to keep it in. She's not able to.
If you're Central Michigan, you can calm down right now.
Hutchinson will chase it down, and the final buzzer will win opening night victory for the Central Michigan Chippewas. They will go to 1-0 on the season. Northern Michigan will drop to 2-1. Anthony, final thoughts on tonight's game?
Wonderful to see the offense out early in this one. One thing I said, as I've mentioned throughout the broadcast, score early, carry that momentum. That's exactly what they did. Also, Lauren Abraham, an impressive performance despite the goal. We'll touch more on that, though, in the post-game show here tonight.
As my partner mentioned, make sure to stay tuned to the post-game show brought to you by Optimex Sports, where we'll talk more about Lauren Abraham's performance. We'll break down the game goal by goal and take one more look at the out-of-town scoreboard. That'll be right after this break on CCHN, your home for Chippewa hockey. We clear? We clear? and we're back here on CCHN, the home for Chippewa hockey. Man, Anthony, what a win for Central Michigan opening night. We said it for the men's game last night. Get that bitter, that sour taste out of your mouth. They did that and a lot more here tonight.
Oh yeah, and you see with Central Michigan, they came out of the gates hot. We mentioned it during the broadcast. They came out the gates. They got the first goal of the game. That was one of my keys to the game, was to get on the board early and gain that momentum. They also used that momentum throughout the rest of the game on the offensive end and defensive end. Very good performance all around from Central Michigan here tonight.
I talked about it, that freshman class from last year, 9 new players for them, eight of them being freshmen. The same thing for this year, 9 new players, 8 freshmen. And I said it on the broadcast, so you can go back and listen to it on CCH, and obviously after you're done watching our beautiful faces. But I said that it's going to be hard for this freshman class to match what the productivity was from last year's freshman class with Gabriella Nixon, Zoe Saudi, and of course you cannot forget the alternate captain, Kylie Del Rey. But man, this freshman class already leaving their impact. 3 of the 8 freshmen getting their name on the score sheet tonight. As there's some music starting to come from the CMU locker room. The vibes are good here at Martin Ice Arena tonight after the 3-1 win. But Anthony, going back to my point, what did you like specifically from the freshman class here tonight?
I liked how much we were calling their name. It wasn't specifically, other than Annie Castor getting her first goal, we'll touch on her in a little bit, it wasn't specifically one girl on the team. It was everybody in that freshman class contributing. We were saying everybody's name that didn't have stats from before the season. We were saying everybody's name. It was just an impressive performance from not only Castor, but the rest of the freshmen all around. I think we said everybody's name multiple times.
Going goal by goal for this game, it was in the first period. We unfortunately do not have a time of goal for the first goal of the evening. It was Gabby Nixon from Biankowski and Saudi for the first goal of the season for Central Michigan. They would score twice in a span of 30 seconds, once at the 15:01 mark, the second time at the 15:31 mark. It was Nixon from Barnett and Castor from Darche. Anthony, you mentioned Annie Castor, but another name we said a lot tonight was Chloe Darche. Very impressive in her Central Michigan debut.
She was, and she was setting up her teammates all around. She's playing good on the defensive end, just good all around. Like I said, with the rest of the freshmen, good all around, good on the ice, and it's good to have when you have a lot of players coming in. We talked to Kylie Del Rey before the game about this. She was talking about how they've already meshed really well with the veterans and with the returners, and you've seen that here tonight. It looks like this team's played with each other for multiple years, when in reality 9 of them weren't on the team last year.
And that's something that Kylie Del Rey talked about, is that chemistry, that ability to blend, and that ability to work together on the ice, and that's something that we saw very clearly from this Chippewa squad tonight.
It was, and the aggressiveness on both ends of the ice. On the offense, a lot of good shots on goal, a lot of risky shots on goal too. They weren't afraid to try and take that risk and get that extra goal. But also on the defensive end, they held Chloe Valente to no points at all. No goals, no assists, nothing. And that's very hard against a player that lit up the stat sheet last weekend in Miami. An impressive performance, an aggressive performance, just all around for Central Michigan.
The third goal of the evening, as we mentioned, was Annie Castor from Chloe Darche. Central Michigan went up 3-0 after 2 periods. The only goal from the third period was a CC Cunningham goal. We do not have the assist from that goal, but it was at the 3:35 mark, and it was a beautiful shot from Cunningham, pitting it right past Lauren Abraham.
It was a beautiful shot, and Lauren Abraham, as we'll mention her later in our stars of the game, Lauren Abraham, a very good night tonight, and being able to sneak one past her, I mean, even Chloe Valente couldn't, so very impressive from Cunningham, and she also had a couple other shots on goal that just missed and just got saved by Abraham, but impressive performance from Cunningham, trying to get her team back into it as much as she could.
We mentioned on the broadcast today with Lauren Abraham, you called it those wow saves. And I think we need that word wow to be in all capitals with about 4 exclamation points, because some of those saves Lauren Abraham makes, the nickname I like to call her here on CCHN, Superwoman. Because some of those saves she makes, no one else but Superwoman can make those saves. She signed here tonight in her season debut, getting the win 3-1. But talking about Lauren Abraham, going to our 3 stars of the game. First star of the game, Annie Castor with her first career goal in the maroon and gold. Second star of the game went to Gabby Nixon, 2 goals on the evening for Gabby Nixon. She was also one of our players to watch for, which we'll get to in a second. Anthony, who is our top star of the night?
Top star of the night is Lauren Abraham. We just touched on her in our last segment. Lauren Abraham, we talked those wow goals. Sometimes up there in the broadcast booth, you saw me, I was jumping up in the air like, how is she saving these shots? How is she doing that? How is she moving her verticality, or her versatility, excuse me, and her way to be able to maneuver in the crease and be able to get some very, very good, I mean, some of those wraparounds from Valente, I'm surprised those didn't go in. And that's all because of Abraham here tonight, our first star of the game.
Her flexibility, that's the one word I will use for Lauren Abraham, is flexibility. She is one of the most flexible netminders I have seen across the ACHA. But
flexible was the word I was looking for. Flexible, that was the word I was looking for. Obviously, I couldn't get to that.
But our players to watch for, we were not, unfortunately, able to get to these in our pregame show because we did not have a pregame show.
That's what happens with triple headers. You have to think on the fly. You got to start on the fly sometimes, and I think we did a pretty good job.
But the players to watch for Northern Michigan, we had Christina Ligas and Chloe Valente. None of them saw their name on the stat sheet to our knowledge. Our players to watch for Central Michigan. Anthony, you want to take our players to watch for Central Michigan?
I will. It was Kylie Del Rey and Gabriella Nixon. Kylie Del Rey had a couple really good shots on goal here tonight, also had a couple good setups, but Gabriella Nixon, 2 goals on the night, the first goal of the season, and I believe the second goal as well was a tip-in off what we thought was a Mac Barnett goal. It was a tip-in, really pretty play to be able to tap that in, make sure it gets in the goal past the Northern Michigan netminder. Absolutely stunning performance from both of them, even though Kylie Del Rey didn't touch the stat sheet.
Anthony, how did Central did in your keys to the game today?
Keys to the game, well, they scored first. That was one of my keys to the game, was scoring first and being able to eliminate that problem last year of not coming out to the hottest of starts. Also, getting your first win. That was one of my keys to the game, was being able to capture the first win and take that into the next and the next and the next. Getting that first win's always a sweet way to start a season. And also my final key to the game was being able to take that momentum and ride with it. That's what they did here today. They had their 3 goals. They limited a very potent Northern Michigan offense to 1 goal tonight. And that was all because of the momentum, not only carried by Nixon's first goal, but also just all the electrifying and aggressive play here tonight.
Well, taking a quick look at our out-of-town scoreboard, one last check tonight. The last time we checked, Michigan State was down at halftime 10-9 against the Iowa Wildcats. That can be seen on national TV. We are not sure what TV channel that is. Big Ten Network? Big Ten Network for the Michigan State game. You can go check late second half action if that game is not already done. Michigan Wolverines won 45-7 against the Nebraska Cornhuskers earlier today. Michigan, at least to my knowledge, should be able to keep their number 2 ranking in the NCAA AP Top 25 polls.
I would be surprised if they didn't keep that number 2 ranking after that performance today in Nebraska.
2 more games to take a look at for the CCWHA. One of them is, as we are taking a look at my notes, here we go. It was Bowling Green against Miami. That series was Thursday and Friday. We do not have scores from that game. You can check those scores out on the ACHA website. Another game to look out for, Davenport against Lawrence Tech. That game was yesterday and earlier today down in Farmington Hills, Michigan. We do not have scores from those games as well either. Once again, you can check that on the ACHA website. Taking one more look at our professional out-of-town scoreboard, the Saginaw Spirit won 2-1 today in their home opener, and the Red Wings, we talked about it, Anthony, gained that little measure of revenge, was able to knock off the Washington Capitals 5-2 to improve their record to 2-1 in the regular season. Preseason, excuse me. Next time we are on air is going to be 12:30 tomorrow afternoon for a 1 p.m. puck drop. It's going to be these 2 teams going right back at it. Devin Sarah and Parker Morrison will have that call for you right here on CCHN. The men's Division III team will be in action next Friday out in East Lansing, Michigan against Michigan State. Puck drop for that one is 6 p.m. 5:30 broadcast start. And the men's Division II team, we had them here on CCHN yesterday against Adrian. Heartbreaking loss for them down at Arrington. Ice Arena. Big shout out to John Gravassi, who we hopefully will have more and more on here in the near future here on the home for Chippewa hockey. But they are going to be at the Roosevelt Lakers next Friday. Puck drop for that time is to be determined. We want to give a big thank you to, first off, Moore Hall Television for all the equipment. We want to give a big thank you to both Reagan Cleaves and Devin Sarah, who are nice and hopefully warm in their apartments, enjoying a Saturday night 10:10 local time here. So happy Saturday night, and thank you everyone for staying up late with us tonight as the Central Michigan Chippewas knock off the Northern Michigan Wildcats. We want to give a big thank you to our cameraman Ryan Donnelly for also doing the intermission reports. He killed those as always. And we want to give a big thank you to our producer Hayden Scott for running the ones and twos for us. And Anthony, great job.
Great job, buddy. It was great to have my first broadcast here on CCHN for you folks out there, and it was great to do it with you once again, partner.
Anthony, you got any final thoughts before we wrap up tonight?
Wonderful performance from CMU. We'll see if they can replicate that performance tomorrow, 12:35, here on CCHN for the pregame show. But just a great performance. Nice to see the freshmen play well, and Nixon picking up where she left off.
Well, that's about gonna wrap things up here as the Central Michigan Chippewas knock off the Northern Michigan Wildcats with a final score of 3-1. For our entire broadcast crew and my partner Anthony Schulte, I'm Derek Steele.